Good afternoon. Welcome to the May 27th Clark County Fire District 6 Board of Commissioners meeting. I'd like to call this afternoon's meeting to order and ask the join me in the pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. At this time, I'd ask for any additions to this afternoon's agenda. None here. We'll need to read and approve, post as necessary, the minutes of our May 6th, 2025 regular board meeting and the May 9th special board meeting. So moved. Second. Moved and seconded. All those in favor? Aye. Correspondence this afternoon. I didn't see anything uploaded. Citizen communication, citizens viewing this afternoon's meeting can communicate directly with the board using the chat feature. That will be monitored throughout this afternoon's meeting. Committee reports, health and safety report, Chief Russell.
No report today, Commissioner.
All right. EMS District 2, Chief Hebert.
Yeah, we met, I think, last time I talked to you folks, and then we have another meeting coming up next week. And we're in the process of revamping some of the rules and regulations that will basically state who's on the actually EMS committee. I think they're adding a fire commissioner. They are adding a fire commissioner. So once those rules get together and we're done editing it, it'll go to the county commissioners to vote on it. It shouldn't be an issue at all. We started off by doing alphabetical order, and then I think they did numeric order. So District 3, I think, is going to be the first one to have a commissioner on there to serve for a year. Then they'll move one of our commissioners on there. The biggest part is that they'll have what they're calling, it's more or less an advisory committee, which would be the 3 fire chiefs, a member from PRESA, and then a member from the county as well. And I think I left out, I think that was it. And we'll be the one that will negotiate the contract with AMR, and basically the county will kind of just wave the wand over to approve whatever those negotiations are, is the way that it's happening. So this document that they're putting together is pretty lengthy, and I'm about 3/4 of the way. I've made a bunch of recommended changes to it. We both did it prior to this. Chief Maurer made some recommendations as well that we're going through. So I'm hoping that this next meeting that'll pass, and then we'll just be on board with EMS District 2. We'll start negotiating with AMR, and we'll get us a contract that will not involve any type of additional fees.
So are we gonna negotiate with AMR separately from Vancouver?
Yeah, we're piggybacking on their contract, but we'll have like a separate contract that will have to be within the guidelines of the contract, but we'll be able to have a few things in there.
Okay.
For example, the ability to transport, if we get to level 0, with a certain amount of time, we haven't negotiated yet, but that's what I'm gonna go after. If we get to level 0 and we have to transport with our ambulance, and we're able to do that with trying to retrieve, the cost of doing that as well, whether that comes. We're gonna try to avoid a billing process because that's often more expensive than it is work. But if we can facilitate it through AMR, which I think we can, that's what we'll be going after.
Good.
So, yeah.
Thank you.
I noticed that EMS District 2, they created the work group is basically gonna do the lion's share of the work.
That's the work group I'm talking about, is
all right.
that admin, yeah, the advisor, I'm calling it advisory committee, but it is the work group.
I probably will participate in those meetings.
Yeah,
So it sounds like the
Oh,
work.
you're not?
No, well, because the work group's gonna be doing most of the work.
Yeah,
And so to sit there on the,
yeah,
that's and watch it.
maybe if you log in during the commissioner meetings or something, if I think there's something big on, I can certainly
Okay,
put
perfect.
you on there, yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
sounds great.
it's great.
Thank you.
We did have a triple FP meeting.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
There was the chief and the chief were there. I was there. It was pretty much per usual, except that the parking lot's in not good shape, so they're gonna do repairs, reseal, restripe. I believe 111 calls out of their last month, which is about the average. But everything else is going well out there, unless you guys have something you wanna jump in there. Triple FP stuff.
No, yeah, so far, working out of one station with 2 fire departments has been working well. As Commissioner Wasback alluded, we're running about 100 calls a month out of there. Right now, I think, last year we had one set crew that worked in there every day and provided a little bit of consistency for those two Clark Cowlitz companies. Now we're rotating in with a new shift every day because we're filling that with debit days. And so that's created a little bit of inconsistency. CCFR has done a really nice job dealing with all of the new faces and just passing on communications. And then our VCs are acting as kind of the sounding board for anything that needs to be communicated to our folks. So while it definitely doesn't go without its challenges, things are going as smooth as can be out there. And again, it couldn't be done without great crews by, with CCFR helping us out and kind of carrying the load out there. So
I think Captain Altman is still the contact, right, for their captain.
he is, but that's not really working very well. So it's really largely coming through the battalion chief. And so those crews have the battalion chief's contact, so they can always contact them, and then we can pass information throughout. So one issue that's coming up is CCFR does annual chiefs inspections for
Oh, that's right.
facilities. And so, they've got 2 days out there and we've got one, so we're trying to figure out how we can take a third of that load to meet their expectation. And so that communication is largely just going through, filtering through the battalion chief, and we're hopeful that that's gonna work okay. But yeah, so it doesn't go without its challenges, but really it's a great thing for the community, and the crews are doing their best to make it work. So it's been good, been a success.
Very good.
Great. Thank you. I didn't see any other committee reports listed. Good for her. Perfect. Consent agenda.
So we move for approval.
I'll second. All right, moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Chief's report. Chief, if you just want to walk through those items.
Yeah, on the overtime summary, I'd like to ask the board's approval to kind of read. I have not been really fringely involved with the budget. I want to get involved with this budget to a level that I truly understand it, because I'm reading some of this, and I need to better understand how the district carries over some of their money and some of the other things before I really report out on what it is. So I'm gonna meet with ex-Chief Taylor, spend a little time with him and Tina, and Assistant Chief Russell, and really drill down onto it. And I'd like to really create a little bit of a different look for these reports to really see, where we're hitting hard at, or where some of the issues. I know we've been saying to you, and I know this is a fact, that overtime has been up because of the injuries that we had with the captains out. We still have 3 active captains that are out, and that's 3 out of the 15 captains that we have is a big loss. There's no doubt about that. But the 4th platoon, the rank for rank, the additional truck staffing that we have, all those are factors. And I'd really like to break it down to show you exactly where that's at and give you an accurate piece of it, instead of, I don't want to come and just tell you, we're up 200,000, we're up 200,000. I know we're gonna have to move some money around because of where the accounts are at. I understand that, but I'd really like spend some time with Chief Taylor before I really report anything in. So that's what I was gonna do tonight. You're okay with that?
So, sounds good. Thank you.
And then the budget performance, same thing. Did you have a sheet in your packet? Facilities report, I was gonna have Chief Schmidt tell you some good news tonight.
So, I don't know if any of you have seen 61 Lady Cat Trucks come by, want to come by, let me know, we'll get you to take a look, but the construction's going really, really well. We're like all hands on deck. I did a walkthrough this morning, we have carpeting going down the dorms, lockers are staged in the hallways, painting's getting really close to being completed. All the exposed concrete floors have been ground down, they're sealed and polished, covered and protected right now. It's gonna be a sturdy industrial look. By the time we're done, it's gonna be looking pretty sharp. Most of the clients that are on site, we have just a few of them are waiting to arrive. There's a ton of activity and all the trades are kind of working on top of each other right now, which is been bad. Kind of the painters want, everybody out of the way, and then the flooring guys want to get in there at the same time. So they're doing a great job to kind of work around each other. They know we're on a strict budget or strict timeline here, trying to get this thing done. With that being said, our target date is still looking good for a temporary CMO on June 23rd. And we have scheduled to have the furniture delivered and some of it moved in, the following day on the 24th. And then the crew should be moving in on the following day on June 25th, which is B shift on duty, and Chief Bottomley. No, I was here when he's B shift BC, he's also in charge of the stations, so he'll be on duty that day, and he'll help manage that crew move in. So there's one him on site as well, so make sure we get a smooth transition. Once they're on that side, then the admin side, we're gonna be sprucing that up. The crew's been working out of there for over a year now, so it's got a few little dirt stains here and there, and a few little marks on the wall, so they're gonna take care of that, spruce it all up, get it cleaned up, and then, we're looking at a target date, June 30th for all of our furniture to be delivered and unpacked and installed in that side. And then the following day, hopefully, we're moving in by July 1.
Wow. All right, very good.
So,
Exciting.
we're coming together.
Okay.
July 15th meeting there, awesome.
Okay.
That's what we kind of go.
Well, the generator issue, did you solve that? Cause we were waiting for a.
Transfer switch.
Right, there's a mechanical and an automatic transfer switch, which is, it's not a switch, it's a box this big and 7 feet tall. Is the automatic transfer switch, it's huge, both of them have been delivered,
Oh, good.
so we got them on time and the electrician's all set, he's looked at them, he understands them, and he's gonna be installing them, so no problems, no more delays on that.
Good. And the furniture that we don't continue using, is that gonna be surplus or?
Yeah, most likely, the chief will give you a surplus list, and
I know that there's some nonprofits in the county that. If the board chose to do that, would appreciate some of that, I'm sure, but just keep that back in your mind, if I can have some extra,
sounds good, yeah,
so.
definitely will. Yeah, if you wanna go, take a walk through, let me know, get you out there. It's amazing, it's actually like part of it.
That's great. Probably, wrap it up. Shape. All right, thank you for that report. Moving on to new business, fund transfer.
Yeah, and I think I kind of squashed this one a little bit, but there is a standard transfer.
Want me to,
Yeah, he would.
the district makes payments on debt service twice a year, June and December. June is generally just an interest payment. So, we need to transfer 218,200 overages from 6212, 6213. And the county automatically takes that out of 6213.
Okay.
And it's important to authorize.
I'll make a motion that we do a fund transfer for debt service. For $218,200 from 6212 to 6213.
I will second that. All right, motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Then I have one more for new business that was on my memorandum that didn't get to you guys, because you couldn't open the file, so we'll make sure that gets fixed as well.
Okay.
I just wanted to have Chief Russell give you an update on our tiller, tractor trailer that we went back and saw and met with the guys and.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah, how'd that happen?
Yeah, it's 20 minutes down the road and we had to take it for a test ride and, so, yeah, we took a engine spec committee out there for the final inspection of the tiller. It looks fantastic. It's an amazing rig. Thank you guys for that. The spec group did a really great job hitting the ground running. There was no time wasted. Spent about 9 hours crawling over every inch of the rig. Came up with about 100 issues that were off spec. Most of those issues were just, minor details that Pierce can quickly fix and get back on the road. But about 15 to 20 of those issues were notable and things that they're gonna have to fix in order to get it up to spec. But yeah, overall, it's a absolute beautiful apparatus. It's gonna serve the district very well for the next, couple of decades. And I think it's also just gonna be a really nice showpiece for the community as well. So we're excited to get it here. We should be in state at Hughes Fire Equipment in probably mid-June, about 2 more weeks. And then probably about 2 weeks, 3 weeks after that, we should get it here in the district with a hopeful in-service date of around September 1st. And if you guys have any questions, I'm happy to answer.
Appreciating the social media post, it was great. That looks like it.
So there'll be some additional training on the new one once it gets here versus the old one.
There will, we've got scheduled about 4 hours per operator. You know, we've done all the heavy lifting and drive time and stuff on our used tiller. And so that kind of keeps the wear and tear off the brand new one.
Oh,
But
no.
the 4 hour timeline piece will be enough to get everybody kind of hands on it. All the systems are brand new compared to what we've been operating off of. So it's only gonna be easier for
Yeah.
those folks. So it's really nice. I think, yeah, the crews are gonna be very happy.
Probably rides a little better than the 94.
Which is still pretty bumpy, but
Right, yeah.
it's, yeah, I think, yeah.
Yeah, you get to know Brad, got to drive it first.
It's all nice.
He said compared to the old one, it's a dream. Wow, yeah, that's good.
Very good.
If I can add too, Dave Schminke did mention today that since we have been posting a lot about the truck on our Instagram and our Facebook posts. This last 30 days, we've had over 500,000 hits.
Oh, wow.
People watching, looking at that, a lot of comments on that, so.
Yeah.
The community is very interested in it.
Oh, that's great. More active than,
Yeah, did you see that?
Yeah.
It's been-
Little battle there.
Okay.
Great. Well, thank you for that update. Executive session this afternoon, board will be moving into executive session. That'll be in accordance with RCW 42.30.110, parentheses III, to discuss potential litigation. That should last 30 minutes. We'll reconvene at 4:50. Thank you. The board met in executive session and took no action. Roundtable, good of the order.
I would like to thank the chiefs for helping with the parade.
Yeah.
Hazel Parade is huge logistically, just trying to get everybody lined up and dealing with all those sorts of things. Chief Russell got there at 6 o'clock in the morning to deal with the Lions Club and the radio club and got them set up. And both of you helped at the start getting people lined up, which is important. And then, of course, the crews were displaced and we had a couple of our sport volunteers on the, whatever we call that unit. So it all came together. We had one call that I know of. The engine was fairly close to care of it. I know the association board is appreciative of the district being involved to the extent that we are. And just thank you personally to you guys. And he didn't miss a gear driving the whole.
Well, I was gonna give a shout out to Commissioner Pfeiffer. First year I haven't driven that thing and it sounds like he did a great job.
Yeah, it was good.
The clutch was still intact when he got
Still
back.
intact, yep. Everything ran nicely. Special thanks to Brad for keeping things running. I'd also like to give a shout out, thanks to our chiefs and the support service volunteers that did a recent smoke detector
Oh, yeah.
canvas of a community within the fire district. That was very good. So thank you all. Any other roundtable good of the order?
No, sir.
I just have one thing, June 7th is the open house, here at 63. So
June
June
7th.
7th come out. Got a lot planned.
6:30.
It'll be busy. All hands on deck.
Okay, all right, well, with that, we'll need to authorize May issuance of payroll warrants, Clark County Treasurer. Authorize May payroll direct deposit treasurer's check. Authorize May deposit federal at FICA medical withholding treasurer's check. Authorize pre-authorization invoice transmittal and authorize payment of current bills.
So move.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.